Welcome everyone to the video, and before I start off talking about the 3% rule and why you should focus on it, I want to thank my subscribers to the channel as members, and we have a new one, Hillary Goldstein. Thank you very much. You have joined the Night's Watch. Ronan Ron Reacts, Jen Hunt, Andy Hazard, Zivatar, Torin McClure, and Don Shend. You are supporting the channel and helping good things like giveaways happen and other content as well. So let's get into today's topic. And today we are talking about the 10-skull dragon. Now, it may be early for you to think about the 10-skull dragon, but let me tell you, it's not too early because it's going to take a while to get where you need to go. Now, we're going to say, why are you going to go for the 3% rule? Well, the 3% rule is if you do 3% of the total HP of the dragon or higher, you will get this reward right here, this chest, the number 3 chest, the Lord chest. That will give you 2 tokens, 20 gold dragons, gear, skill books, and the chance for legendary gear. I just revealed it. It is a small chance, but it is still a chance. And Buck McBlood, congratulations. You are the first person documented to get the legendary gear. Now, why is this important? Well, it is going to be every single day. If you are in an alliance, I would try to work on your goals to get into a better alliance. If you're looking for a good alliance that's stepping up their game, Valerian Steel 2, our other alliance, is looking for a member. They're up to, I think they're up to 8 skull right now. 10 skull is the max. But when you get to 10 skull, you have the potential for lots of rewards. So let's talk about what works against the dragons. Well, the main reality of it is you have 2 sources to deal higher forms of damage. Actually, you have 3 sources of dealing higher damage. You have the Baratheons, which 5 team members will give you 100% gem damage, and Stannis' lead will give you 25% gem damage. So that is the first way to get higher damage against the dragons. The second way is to use Brittle. Brittle, yes. Jon Snow, Red Jon Snow. Everyone wants Red Jon Snow now. Why? Because if you crit, you have a chance to give him 3 ice on there. You need 5 to become Brittle, but you got to be careful because Rhaegal, if he kills an enemy, he cleanses the debuffs. So you'll have to do it again. Now, the other dragons, it's fine to get them Brittle. Jon Snow is great. So are the greens. The greens. These 4 right here and Jon Snow make the perfect dragon team. Now, Viserion has the lowest health. So you're able to get it with 4-star greens and a Red Jon Snow easily. You could get it easily. And Sunfire and Aegon, you're going to get in the Rook's Rest event for free over time for leaderboard rewards and also from the summons. Now, you have another character that is big on the dragons, and that is Lord Varys. Now, I have my man Sir Oliver Shin, who has a pretty big Lord Varys, 6-star, level 300, and he uses him. Now, he is currently available in the purple summons as I film this today. And if you look at his skill maxed out, he will reduce the defense of an enemy by 62% for 4 turns, with a 100% chance to scout them. He will also, when the scouted enemy is damaged, grant his allies 25% gem crit for 3 turns. So he works great with the Baratheons for the gem damage bonus. gem damage crit, and then he turns down their defense for 4 turns. So you're going to need stars on Varus. Mine is 4-star right now. I think you're going to need to get him to 5-star for the dragons. At least 5-star, maybe even 6. So it's a long-term goal. And I'm bringing this up. This is not for newer accounts unless you're spenders. But this is just to prepare, because this is an everyday event. This is an everyday event. Right now, you can get the We Light the Way summons, which offers you Amond, Otto, and Alicent, but we only care about Amond and Alicent. The gold road for the month is Amond, so you could get Amond shards there. And yeah, I think the other thing you want to focus on are the Starks. Against Drogon, you have in the Stark faction a couple of guys that are really good, and they have the opposite color, so they take 50% less damage, and that's Ned, and everyone has Ned. And when someone is brittle, he's going to do 3 times the amount of damage for brittle, and then the damage is doubled. So he does a ton of damage. His leadership ability is important because his leadership ability gives a 35% chance to be afflicted with 2 ice. So that'll help you out quite a bit. And then we have another guy. You need him at high stars, and he is a little bit slow, and there's ways you could speed him up, like Yellow Daenerys and my sake. Blue Jon Snow. Blue Jon Snow strikes 5 times, 80% chance to inflict ice each swing. You just need 5 to get them brittle. He is pretty beefy and tanky. You can also use his leadership ability. So he will get revived when he dies with 10% max HP. So if the dragon goes after him, swings him, kills him, he comes back to life, you got more chances to get him brittle. So it's definitely worth using. Another very good character for the dragon. This is non-Viserion, by the way. Viserion goes too fast. You have not enough turns. So this ice team is for Drogon, and it's going to be hard against Rhaegal. So this is mostly Drogon. So Ghost has a 20% chance to inflict the strongest enemy with ice. So that's every turn. So he has a chance to get it there. You need high stars on Ghost. You need lots of levels on him. I like my man Theon for his execute damage. He's also in the red summon, so you're going to get Alistair and you're going to get Red Jon Snow. You're going to get that. You're going to get Red Jon Snow is probably the most essential character for the dragons. His ability, normal speed. And he gives 20% critical strike chance and damage for 4 turns. So if you get this off and you're not using the greens, you have a higher chance to get the crits. And then when the crits happen, the ice happens. So that is worth noting. The other idea is Senior Murte told me about this, and what he's using against Rhaegal is a red team. Now, if we go to the matches, the red will take 50% less damage against against the green enemies. So, if we go to red, you go to your guys. This is the team I'm going to use. I'm going to use Stannis lead. Stannis is one of my strongest characters. Stannis lead. Going to go with Theon. Going to go with Melisandre. Melisandre reduces fire resistance. Allies gain gem damage bonus. It's a fast speed move. And then when they're damaged by a crit strike, All allied Baratheons gain 40% gem damage and 50% gem crit for 2 turns. So, Stannis, Melisandre, just need a third Baratheon in there. Could use Varys for the defense down. You're going to get 50% gem bonus on that. And you could use Red John for the chance to get them brittle. Theon I'm going to use because he has a fast speed move and it's execute. And if he's at my level, 30% less, he's going to get them ice. So, that's important. But we're going to go with the red team against Rhaegal. We're going to try it out. We're going to test it. We're going to get the Baratheons in there. I've told you guys to work on your Baratheons. Stannis is coming in 2 weeks. Stannis and Melisandre. This team could be viable against Rhaegal. Your strongest reds. This is going to be why building a deep roster is important unless you have the greens. If you have the greens and Jon Snow, that is your ticket out. That is your ticket out. Greens and Jon Snow. If you get the greens, this is for whales only. If you get the greens to 6-star, they begin combat with 10 birthright instead of 8. So they're going to do more damage. They're going to have more crit chance. And it's just going to be more potent and powerful. Sunfire is going to attack like a maniac. He's going to attack like a maniac. So right now, they are the superior raid team. If we look at my alliance against Viserion, I messed around today and experimented, so I didn't get a good score. However, if you look at some of these scores in here against Viserion, they've got pretty good green team. Let's go to my man Zivatar right there. Pretty strong green team. Pretty strong green team. Greens are an expensive team, but they are pretty potent and powerful. And yeah, that is what I'm suggesting. So every day with these resources, you are going to get summons for your colors, your purple summons, and then you're going to get your greens. You're going to get your green summons. So that is what I recommend. Build for the future. What is the future? Right now, the only part in the game that matters with the alliances are the dragons. Hopefully, they introduce alliance wars, but we'll see how that pans out. There is a rumor that a new mode is coming out, and we should be seeing it shortly. So that might be interesting. But we're going to try out what we can with the dragons and do the best we can. Push your alliance. If your alliance isn't cutting it and you're competitive, step up to a better alliance. There are plenty of alliances recruiting. You could join my Discord server in the description below, and you can find an alliance who's serious about getting to 10 skull dragons and do your best, because if you can hit that 3%, you're going to get 2 tokens a day, 20 gold dragons, potential to get the legendary gear. It's just good. And hopefully they buff these rewards. They might buff these rewards. Maybe they'll increase the chance of legendary gear. But for those that aren't doing well in events, and can't get the legendary gear, you could build an ice team and take out Drogon. You could take out Drogon with an ice team. Get your Red Jon Snows ready. And just do it. Comment below. Let me know what you think. This is the 3%. Go for the 3% long term for your account. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Take care.